I am Anil Kumar. Welcome to my YouTube channel and the website Global Math Institute. In this video, we'll discuss solution of a question which was a very difficult question to begin with. So we need to solve this logarithmic equation where we're given log to the base 2 of 2 to the power of x minus 1 plus 3 to the power of x plus 1 is equal to 2x minus log to the base 2, 3 to the power of x. Now, this question came up while I was teaching one of my IB student. It was challenging to answer the question, and we discussed possible solutions. So the idea actually came from the student. So, as you know, we discuss very beautiful questions in our videos. This is one of those very beautiful one. So during the discussion, we thought, how could we actually solve this? So, what you really learn from my videos is also a strategy to solve difficult problems. Many times, the solution comes from the students themselves. So, teaching, as you know, is a part of learning, and that is what I relish, and that is what I'm going to share with you. So, we actually struck a note when the student said, why not relate 2 and 3 together? And if you could combine them together, we could actually get a solution. And that's what happened. So we actually solved the question in the class. So here is the solution which finally resulted so from the great suggestion. So let us see how do we solve this kind of a problem. Okay. Let me also thank all the viewers and subscribers for supporting our channel. As you know, we had been working for last 15 years and that too absolutely free. So far, we have more than 17,000 videos which are watched over 80 countries. More important part here is that many of those who do not have access to quality education, they can see my videos and absolutely free, right? Education these days is very expensive. Now, some of us can afford to bring this to people globally, right? And that is what we are asking for. If you make small contributions, it can help us continue with the exercise, I should say, my passion, to reach millions globally. So, I personally want to thank you for contributing regularly. The Canadians are the best. They have been actually sending through the email transfer, which is globalmathinstitute@gmail.com. The others worldwide can always contact me how we can regularly support one another. You can send an email on the given address to discuss the possibilities. Now, back to the question. How do we solve this, right? So let's see how we actually solved it. I'm going to share the same solution with you now. So let me rewrite the question, which is log to the base 2 of 2 to the power of x minus 1 plus 3 to the power of x plus 1 equals to 2x minus log to the base 2 of 3x, 3 to the power of x. So bringing logs to the left side is a genuine step which we should be doing. So we'll do that. And what do we get here? We get this plus log to the base 2 of 3 to the power of x is equal to 2x. So we can now apply the logarithmic rules, right? So that means we could rewrite this as log to the base 2 of 2 to the power of x minus 1 plus 3 to the power of x plus 1 times 3 to the power of x, which is equal to 2x. Correct. Now we could write this in the exponential form, writing this as, let me rewrite here, and then I'll take it on the new page. So we get 2 to the power of x minus 1 plus 3 to the power of x plus 1 times 3 to the power of x equals to 2 to the power of 2x. Now that is our equation to solve. It was very difficult to solve this particular equation, right? Where the idea came that we could write somehow an equation in terms of 2 over 3, right? That is what the great idea is. So we have this equation with us. We'll take it to the next page and then solve it, right? So we are rewriting this equation, writing on the log terms on one side, which is 2 to the power of x minus 1 plus 3 to the power of x plus 1, correct? Multiplying with 3 to the power of x results into 2 to the power of 2x, right? Because it was to the base 2. So I've rewritten the equation 1 right there. Now, see, uh, so in this case, if I let's open the bracket. So what do we get? We get 2 to the power of x minus 1 times 3 to the power of x plus 3 to the power of 2x times 3, right? So when you add, you get 2x plus 1, which is times 3, which is 2 to the power of 2x. Correct. Now, at this stage, what happens if I divide by 3 to the power of 2x? Do you understand the strategy? So that is where the everything changed. Now we are going to divide everything by 3 to the power of 2x and see what happens. So as soon as you do that, so we get here 2 to the power of x, and this is minus 1 means half, right? Basically, right? Divide by 2. And then here we get 3 to the power of x in the denominator because we are dividing by 3 to the power of 2x, right? Plus here we get 3, right? Equals to 2 to the power of 2x over 3 to the power of 2x. You get the idea. So what you notice here is that we get something which is 2 over 3, right? So let me rewrite this equation on the right hand side. So what you notice here is 2 to the power of x over 3 to the power of x, right? Times half plus 3 equals to 2 over 3 to the power of 2x. You see that? So basically you could rewrite this as 2 over 3 to the power of x times half, right? Plus 3 equals to 2 over 3 to the power of 2x. Now that becomes a quadratic equation if I substitute p equals to let's say 2 to the power of 2 over 3 to the power of x. So if I make this substitution, right, in that case, what happens? So in that case, we could actually rewrite this equation as half p, right, plus 3 equals to p square. You get it? So we have now a quadratic equation to work with, and that is how we actually solve this question. Perfect. So we could rewrite this as p square minus half p minus 3, right? So let me take it to the next page and rewrite the whole equation as p square minus half p minus 3, right? So we have p square minus half p minus 3 equals to 0, where p is equals to 2 over 3 to the power of x. Is that clear to you? Now that becomes a quadratic equation and we can use a calculator to solve it. Let me write half as 0. 0.5. Okay, so p square minus 0.5 p minus 3 equals to 0. So we can say that p is equal to, we'll apply the quadratic formula, minus b, which is 0. 0.5 plus minus square root of b square, which is 0. 0.5 whole square, right? Minus 4ac, so 4 times a is 1 times minus 3, correct? Over twice a, 2a, right? 2 times 1, correct? Now clearly this is an exponential equation and we know p is positive, correct? Greater than 0. So let's use calculator to solve this and find the positive value of this particular solution. So what do we get? Let me just get hold of calculator. You also do this calculation to get the answer. Okay. So working out the square root, which is zero point 0.5 square and plus 12, right? And then square root of that gives us 7 over 2, which is 3.5, right? So let me just write this as 0.5 plus minus 3.5 over 2, correct? And so when we take the positive value, we get this as equal to 2, correct? So we get the value of p as 2, right? So let's go to the next page to really solve this question and find the value of 2. Because now what we know is that p is equal to 2, right? P equals to 2 means we have 2 by 3 to the power of x equals to 2. We can take log and solve it further, correct? So let me just move ahead from here to a new page. Okay, so what we have got as the value of p is equal to 2, and p is 2 by 3 to the power of x, correct? So 2 by 3 to the power of x is 2. Now we can take log both sides, right? So if you take log both sides, what do you get? Well, we get, let me write down here first, log of 2 by 3 to the power of x equals to log 2. And we are taking log, so we could rewrite this as x times log of 2 by 3, right, equals to log 2. And so x is equal to log 2 over log of 2 by 3. And let's calculate this value, right? So again, taking help of our calculator. So we'll do log of 2 and we'll divide this by log of, within bracket, 2 divided by 3. And what we get is minus 1.7095, correct? So we could always write this to minus 1.7, right? 1, right? So that becomes the solution of this particular equation. Makes sense, right? So that is how we actually solve this question uh, during our session. So I think you understand and appreciate how solutions develop, right? So that's the beauty of working with students, bright students. I love them all. And with that, we come to an end of this particular video. So, in this series, what you really find are some challenge questions which have been shared with our IB students. In case you really want to master these, go through the playlist. Perfect. And also, keep supporting our channel. It really helps us to reach millions worldwide. Quality education is something which we should all strive for. Thanks once again for your great support. All the best.